Cool.
Sink anyway.
The arsonist has oddly shaped feet.
What's up, guys?
Hey!
You're watching the Whatever Camera series, and today we have questions, where we talk about some questions we have, and we don't really feel like looking up the answers. But if you want to do it, you can leave a comment in the section below and let us know the answers to the questions that we have, because we're just way too lazy to look them up. Today we're going to talk a little bit about freeways and highways and...
It's a kind of interesting transition. It's like, how did this start? Somebody was telling me the other day that, I could tell you're from California. And I said, what are you talking about? And she said, because you guys always say the 405, the 5, 605. So I had never heard that before, and I was like, okay.
We say the
in front of everything.
Yeah, well, mainly the freeways. I mean,
yeah.
You were saying that a lot of other people across the country, they don't say the.
Do you guys all say the? Do you say the 120 or the 101 like we do down here? Because that's what we say apparently.
So 2 questions now.
Right.
Number 1, why do Californians say the in front of the freeways, and a lot of other people from other places don't say the? Number 2, do Californians have an accent, or do we just talk differently? And what specifically separates us from other states?
Right. And a semi question to that larger question is talking differently an accent, because I think that's what people mean by when they say we talk, that's our accent. And it's like, oh, I thought we didn't have an accent. And they're like, yeah, but you say these things.
Right.
And maybe that to them is like a way of saying that that's the accent. That's the California accent, is that you don't have an accent, but you just talk differently.
It's a great question.
So maybe
what is an accent?
Is talking differently an accent? I feel like it's obviously no, but
hey, you never know.
Maybe that's the,
sometimes
yeah.
It could be surprising.
What do you think? You think we have an accent?
I don't. But then again, I mean, I'm from here.
Right.
I
think we do.
I mean, like, what would separate us from somebody who's in Colorado?
That's a good question.
When I think about how we say the freeways, I don't know any other freeways.
Oh.
Why is it that we call it this, but other people don't call it that? We call it the 5, the 405.
The 10.
Right, the 10. But on the East Coast, you guys say I-95.
I-95.
Interstate 95.
Yeah.
Right? You don't call it the 95.
They don't put the in front of it, apparently.
Right.
But we've never noticed that.
No. I mean...
And I've never noticed that it was a California thing, or it's a SoCal thing, or it's a West Coast thing.
You think maybe it's a cultural thing that, or lack thereof, that maybe we're just not cultured enough that we know more about other...
Could be. We're a little detached. I may have an answer to why we say the 110. Now, it's not my answer. I had a writer on Lyft. I don't remember if it was her theory or if, or if she heard this from somewhere, but I remember it was a woman, and she was like, oh, well, we say the 110, the 405, because we don't have any big landmarks in a lot of these areas. Obviously, there's some landmarks in Los Angeles, but apparently there are a lot of areas where there's not landmarks, so we use these junctions. Like, I'm where the 405 meets the 10, because it's better than saying I'm over in Hawthorne, because LA is so big. There's so many people that have never seen a lot of it, especially people that are from there that have just always been there and have no business going all the way to Culver City from Pasadena. Or maybe you grew up in Glendale all your life and you have no idea what the hell Torrance is. So rather than saying, oh, I'm over in Torrance, well, I'm from Glendale. Where is that? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's over where the 110 meets the 91. Mm-hmm. Or is that close? I don't know. It's somewhere down there south. But that's what you would say. You would say you wouldn't say I'm over in Hawthorne, because chances are many people even in LA won't know where that is. So you say, oh, I'm over where the 105 ends,
Right.
or where the 105 meets the one.
Because
right?
it's just less things to visualize.
Exactly.
Remembering all the big cities and landmarks.
Yeah, and it's an easy calculation for Angelinos to go, oh,
Right.
well, but I know where that freeway meets that freeway.
Right. Well, our freeway system is also like a grid, and you can kind of think of it like kind of like Battleship or something like that. Even though you're not familiar with, you may say Hawthorne, and I don't know exactly where Hawthorne
Where's
is.
Hawthorne at, Jordan?
But you may say, oh, well, Hawthorne is, it's just down PCH, or it's off the 101,
and you
right
go,
below
okay.
the 10.
Oh, okay.
Boop.
Right.
A5.
That is where the beach is, and it's like, oh, I've taken the 10 to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh, the 1 is that road that goes along the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh, okay, so boom.
Right.
You could kind of aim toward it by saying it's like off the 1 south of the 10.
Right.
I know where that is. I don't know where Hawthorne is, but I know where south of the 10.
Using the freeway system,
Exactly.
the way it's mapped out as a point of reference.
But that's a good answer, right? I don't know if it's the right one.
It's a good theory.
Yeah.
It's a good theory.
Yeah, I found that interesting because I'd never heard that before.
Why don't you guys go ahead and let us know what theories you guys have on some of these questions. We'll form a discussion. We'd love to know what you guys think would be the answers to these, because we're not going to do the research.
Yeah, I mean, why? Everybody drives. So, what do you guys think? Let us know.
There you have it. So again, you've been watching the Whatever Camera series, and
Whatever.
see you next time.
See ya.
Spark that conversation and then
R2 sucks, by the way.
go.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. I was just saying, like, dude, this video doesn't need to be like this whole fucking me just rambling. You know what I mean?
Sure?
Well, because I noticed on the last video, like, I was rambling